All Memphis music all the time at 100.3 on your FM dial in the heart of the city of Memphis and at WVZM.org all around the world. I'm Rick Tarrant, and my guest today is Chris Milam. And Chris's new album is called Meanwhile. And as we record this, we're still in this, I call it a lockdown. I don't even know what it's called anymore, but we're sort of in between being locked down and everybody going back to work. But Chris and I are doing what we always do, sitting in our own home studios, doing our thing. So welcome again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And thanks for hanging out. So this next song on your album, we talked a while, I know it covers a sad topic, the loss of your dad. But when I first saw it, it kind of reminded me of, some gospel songs. If you're from the South, you've no doubt grown up hearing. And didn't know if it was based in that at all, because I think I hear in the lyrics some baptism, and it sounds like some Southern gospel kind of things going on, but it's called In the Blood. Can you make it a little more clear for me?
Yeah, the song's called In the Blood, and it starts with my dad's story, which is he was diagnosed with multiple myeloma in November 2017 and fought it. And ultimately lost that battle in September 2019. So it kind of starts with his story, like literally, of blood cancer. Now, his strain of it was an especially aggressive and uncommon strain of multiple myeloma that doesn't show up very often, but tends to show up among people who grew up near chemical plants. So that was one of the first things his doctor asked him, did you grow up near a chemical plant? And my dad and my mom both grew up in Bell, West Virginia, which is outside of Charleston. It's coal mining country, and they grew up in a town built around a DuPont chemical plant. So, he was kind of a perfect case study for exactly how this happens. And these types of companies, over decades now have completely pillaged that land and poisoned their people.
And what a beautiful country West Virginia is. Oh
my God. Yeah, it still is. And so it starts with my dad's story, growing up in the Kanawha River Valley, and the types of poisons and cancers that he grew up in, and then kind of expands from there to just cancers of many forms that I feel like might get us all one day.
Well, I am so sorry for your loss, and I appreciate you being willing and able to even, I don't know if it's a cathartic experience for you to share those deep things, but man, I appreciate you doing that.
Of course, yeah. I'm naturally a pretty closed off person outside of the music itself, so this whole round of press for the album coming out and just kind of talking about the album has actually been good practice for me to talk about these things, outside the strict confines of a song. So I appreciate you listening. Yeah.
Well, let's give it a listen now. This is In the Blood, Chris Milam, from his album Meanwhile at WVZM.
There in the Kanawha Valley, there in the false forest breeze, there in the baptismal water, there in the cure, there in disease. I can't hide and I can't run. No, and I can't hide. It always was so long in the blood. my cheek in the pew. And I'll pray to the God you believed in. It's dying with you. It's dying with you.
Hi there, I'm Chris Milam. Thanks so much for listening to my new album, Meanwhile, at 100.3 WVZM.org.